The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Maricel Halili. China agrees to adopt a resolution seeking to maintain peace in the disputed waters across the Asia-Pacific region. Beijing signed a joint communique recognizing freedom of navigation under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea during the 31st Asia-Pacific Parliamentary Forum. This comes after it initially objected maritime solutions to use international laws. Senate President Mig Zubiri described the joint communique as, quote, historic and hopes that it would carry a persuasive effect among the countries involved. 9 other resolutions were adopted, including topics on gender, climate, and education, among others. The inaugural maritime cooperative activity between the Philippines and Australia is now underway. President Bongbong Marcos wrote on X that the activity aims to enhance the military cooperation between the two countries. Meanwhile, Defense Secretary Gilbert Chodoro and his Australian counterpart Richard Marles said the activity highlights both nations' commitment to a peaceful, secure, and stable region. The exercises will run until Monday, November 27. It will include Philippine Navy vessels BRPs Gregorio del Pilar and Davao del Sur. Royal Australian Navy frigate HMAS Toowoomba and Air Force P-8A maritime surveillance aircraft will also join the activity. Last September, Marcos and Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese signed a strategic partnership which establishes a framework for a closer cooperation. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Maricel Halili. The Court of Appeals has granted former Senator Laila de Lima's petition against the Ombudsman's dismissal of her administrative complaints. The complaints were filed against former Justice Secretaries Vitaliano Aguirre and Menardo Guevarra over the supposed use of convicts as witnesses in her drug case. The Ombudsman junked this outright, but the CA's Special 17th Division reversed the decision and sent it back to the Office for Proper Disposition, citing lack of due process. De Lima was freed on bail earlier this month after being detained for almost 7 years for charges involving alleged drug trade inside the New Bilibid prison. In a statement, De Lima welcomes the CA's move, saying that the wheels of justice continue to turn. The former senator added that she now expects the Ombudsman to conduct a full investigation of both Aguirre and Guevarra. Let's now take a quick look at other stories we're watching. A social weather station survey shows that more Filipinos feel their quality of life declined over the past year. 30% of the respondents said it worsened, higher compared to the 22% figure in the previous survey. The provincial government of Eastern Samar warns of a possible rice shortage due to rains and flooding. This has so far caused some 6 million pesos worth of agricultural damage in the province. And the UP Fighting Maroons and the DLSU Green Archers best of 3 game starts on November 29. This marks the first time the two teams will collide in the finals of the UAAP basketball tournament. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 4:30 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Maricel Halili. We are One News.